Hey rookies, my name is Neil Rogers. I work for Vivint. I've been in the industry for 14 years. I've sold 2,000 accounts, I've managed 10,000 accounts, and I've regionally managed 90,000 accounts. And with those experiences, I've learned some expectations for myself and the people I work with. And I'd like to share a couple of them with you to try to help give you the best 18 weeks of your life. First expectation is that the job is hard. That's okay. You're going to get better. That being said, if you're just getting started, I think you can expect to get one account in your first 30 hours of knocking. No more, no less. If you sold preseason, I think you can expect an adjustment to your new market. Regardless of where you came from and where you've gone, things are different. Take some time to acclimate. Expect that you will need help from your managers and top performers in the office, but realize it's not going to come to you. You need to go to it and ask for help when you need it. This is a life and a job where you need to ask for what you need. There's going to be people in your office that are not qualified to give you advice, but they are going to give it nonstop. Be very careful on who you get help from and make sure you're only taking advice from people that you would like to perform like. You're going to feel nervous out there on the doors. I still get nervous doing it. And realize that's not a sign that this isn't the right job for you. Realize that that's a sign that this is an exciting and important job that you're doing, and embrace it. The best way I've found to deal with nervousness is to talk slow to customers and take your time moving through the process. You'll still be nervous, but you won't show it and you'll get the sales you need. Over time, the nervousness does wear off. You're gonna get cancels. Over my career, I've averaged 10% cancels. Every 100, I get 10 cancels. And when you're learning the job, generally you're not as clear and you tend to get a couple more cancels. Don't let it get you down, it's just part of it. Some people will be horrible to you. Let it run off your back like water off of a duck's back. Don't let it get to you. Realize this says more about the person you're talking to than it does about you. Sometimes these people just lost their job. They just got served papers. They just got divorced by their spouse. They just got diagnosed with a terminal disease. You never know. Sometimes timing works in our benefit. Sometimes it works against us. But just kill the people with kindness. Don't let it get to you. You're gonna have somebody tell you to get a real job. Don't let it get you down. I think some rookies start to feel like they've got some trodden and transient job of being a salesman when people pick on them like that. Take it as a compliment. You're doing something that's difficult that they're not willing to do. Realize that being a salesman is one of the most important jobs in the United States. Without salesmen, the US economy would come to a grinding halt and we'd all be living like North Korea. You will cause problems if you're ever rude to somebody in a neighborhood. If you're rude to somebody, they will go out of their way to ruin your day by doing things like call the police, make negative reviews on neighborhood Facebook groups or next door groups, or even directly call neighbors to squash potential deals for you. If somebody's rude to you, kill them with kindness. Those people will often still get a system from you later in the week, or at least even come out and apologize to you later in the week if they were rude to you. Again, you don't know what's going on in their life. Your mind will want to make excuses whenever you're not performing. Make sure if you're starting to not perform that you are doing everything in your power to get the results you need. Are you knocking all the hours? Are you asking for help when you need it? Have you role played with your apartment or your car group? Are you asking for help if you're not selling? Have you gone out in shadow to see a sale if you bageled more than 3 days? If you haven't done those things, you simply don't deserve to sell. Your managers are gonna be your managers before they're your friends. They're gonna push you harder than you wanna be pushed to make sure that you get the results out of this that you wanted. And sometimes I've never seen somebody more pissed off than when they're being held accountable to their own goals, but realize your managers are gonna do that to you because they love you, not because they hate you. And at the end of the year, you're gonna love them back. You're gonna miss your family and your friends and your girlfriend and your dog. And realize that that's one of the most beautiful parts of this experience. That if you were home right now, you'd be taking them for granted and maybe even being annoyed by them. But the crazy thing is, since you've got some distance between you, you're starting to miss them a little bit and realize that you're gonna be able to come back to them at the end of the summer and tell them how special they are to you. You are gonna get hungry and thirsty out there in turf. You don't need to go to the restaurant. Everything you need is in turf. If you're thirsty, get a glass of water on the doors. If you're hungry, bring Clif Bars with you. Or sandwiches in your cargo pants. You don't need to go out to eat every night. Make sure you're eating a big breakfast, a big lunch, and make sure you've got groceries at home for you when you get home from work. Realize, guys, you're gonna need to use the restroom while you're out there. I've crapped my pants twice doing this job, which is really embarrassing, but I still sold those days. But I can tell you this, You can use the restrooms at people's homes all season long, and you don't need to. I've never made that mile-long walk to 7-Eleven to use the restroom. Next thing, guys, you can expect something to go wrong in your life over the course of the summer. I expect to have normal life issues, girlfriend drama, your dog dies, friend gets in a car accident, family member gets sick. Guys, don't make this an excuse why you don't work. This stuff would have happened whether you were out here or you were home. You need to deal with it, but life goes on. You got to keep going. Don't smash your dreams just because life happened. This job's going to test you. You're going to want to quit at some point. Expect some discomfort. That's because you're growing. I had braces as a kid. It was incredibly painful because it was adjusting my jacked up teeth. The pain wasn't a sign that I shouldn't have braces. The pain was a sign that I had horrible teeth. You're going to meet some amazing people out there, on the doors and off. Expect to experience a part of the world you've never been to. Expect to have a profound sense of service to the people that you're protecting. Expect to make friends with unsuspecting teammates that potentially will turn into lifelong relationships and maybe even besties. To grow tremendously in your confidence, in your ability to talk to people and communicate, and your ability to approach difficult tasks and to successfully accomplish them. You're going to grow. You are going to make the most money that you've ever made in your life. Most money you've ever made in a day, most money you've ever made in a week, most money you've ever made in a summer. Those three things will happen, and expect to have an amazing experience, to see places you've never gone to before, do things you've never done before, and good luck, you guys.